Welcome to the Assumptive Close training session. The objectives for this session are to continue building sales confidence, increase peak performance sales integration into more student conversations, and see continuous improvement in enrollment services conversions, specifically transfer to application and application to enrollment. As we begin this session, we want you to start thinking like a closer. Be prompt, be persistent, and be focused. Jump on those new opportunities quickly. Create urgency on every call, and that means start date, deadlines, and your follow-up. And when the time is right, assumptively close. Keep working hard to overcome concerns while you're on the phone with prospective students, and then ensure that there's always a definitive follow-up scheduled. Constantly work to improve your sales skills. We know peak performance. We want to keep working to perfect it and build confidence in your abilities. As you started this session, you may have been a bit uneasy due to the title of the session, the Assumptive Close. You, like many others, have had the reinforcement of never assume throughout your lifetime. This statement does still ring true. Let's move on to show you how the Assumptive Close can still work with this in mind. The assumptive close is when an enrollment specialist intentionally assumes that our prospective student has already made the decision to apply and goes ahead and moves forward with the application process. The trick to making assumptions is that before you assume, you must always ask. The key to a successful assumptive close is to follow the steps in the rapport relationship building process, which is outlined in your enrollment services conversation guide. As you can see on the slide, the Learn section, where you ask key questions about a prospective student's motivation, needs, wants, admissibility, and online experience, is crucial information that you will use to customize a recommendation on your program and university partner, and then assumptively close. Successful assumptive closes begin with asking questions as we just mentioned. As you review your Enrollment Services Conversation Guide or QA Call Review form, you'll notice that you have a roadmap or guide to lead you through the conversation for a successful assumptive close and application walkthrough. Let's review some of the highlights from the QA form and why these are so important in regards to an assumptive close. Building rapport while also guiding the conversation helps start that relationship building process. By building rapport, you are building trust and likability, two key factors in making recommendations and assumptions later in the call. Remember, 71% of customers decide to purchase from you because they like you, trust you, and respect you. As we alluded to earlier, learning more about your prospective students' motivation, needs and wants, admissibility, and online experience will give you the knowledge to provide your professional recommendation, to overcome concerns, and ultimately assumptively close. Without this information, you will struggle in showing the value of your program and university, using value statements, and won't have the background to appropriately overcome concerns. To confirm that you're on the same page with a prospective student and they are feeling positive about your program and university partner, be sure to incorporate temperature checks throughout the presentation. If a temperature check or additional probing uncovers a concern, be sure to fully overcome that concern before attempting to assumptively close. Otherwise, you will most likely be unsuccessful in your attempt. A way to ensure that you fully overcome concerns is to be sure and use a temperature check again after overcoming a concern. If there isn't a positive or confident response, you'll know you still have work to do. It's also important to actively listen throughout your conversations so you don't miss important information. Make sure you're adding repeat, rephrase, and reflect for added confirmation and are continuing to build trust. In summary, to have a successful assumptive close, you'll need the following ingredients: active listening, building rapport, asking questions to learn more about motivation, needs and wants, admissibility, and online, incorporating value statements, learning more about the investment and how a student plans to pay for their education, using temperature checks and overcoming concerns, and then a nice summary. You simply select the tasty highlights from your personalized conversation to summarize what you've learned and create a delicious recipe for a successful assumptive close. Let's take some time to listen to a live recorded call. Be sure to actively listen to the conversation and pick out important highlights to practice providing a quick summary and assumptive close. After the call has ended, review your notes, write down a short summary, and then role play the summary and assumptively moving to the next step, which is the application. Here's an example, and this example is not from the call you'll be listening to here in a moment. Brenda, based on our conversation today, it sounds like Baylor's MBA program is the perfect fit for you. Your great achievements in your undergraduate program have provided you with the luxury of not needing to take the GMAT. Congratulations again. And your desire for a cutting-edge degree program with a great reputation and alumni group is exactly what Baylor has to offer. Let's go ahead and start the application process together so I can save you time.
Um, Let me ask you, what actually has you interested in getting your MBA?
It's actually been something that I've been wanting to do. I have my bachelor's in accounting, and I have my CPA already, but I've always wanted to get my MBA, but I ended up having a child, and it's just, and I went straight into working, so I just really didn't have the time, I felt, to dedicate to studying, but I didn't realize that there were online MBA programs out there that I could work towards, and I just started researching, and I came upon the Shreveport online program, and I thought that this would be my opportunity to go back and get this degree that I've always wanted to. My daughter's a little older, so she's not as, she's a little bit more independent, so I'll have a little more time to study and focus on getting this degree.
Okay. So as far as your line of work, because I know you said that you graduated with the bachelor's in accounting, and you also have your CPA. What type of work do you do right now?
I'm an accountant with the state. I work for the state.
Okay. Now, I know that you said this is something that you wanted to do, and the fact that you already hold your CPA. What level of career are you looking to get into, or what are you looking to do with this MBA, should I ask?
Yes. I would like to have this as something if I decided to go outside of governmental work and go more into industry. And I think an advanced degree will also will help me to do that for, going up in the corporate world. And so I know a lot of people get their master's in order to get the hours to get a CPA. So a lot of people already have their master's as well as their CPA. So it would just help me to compete with those who have both their master's and CPAs and that industry.
Okay. Now, when you say this will allow you to compete with others that actually hold their CPA, how soon are you looking to transition into a competitive role? I know you're already an accountant basically for the state, but do you have opportunities to move up into management?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. And so how would that feel to be able to have that MBA, be able to know that you're not only going to be certified with, the business background side of things, but you're also going to make yourself more marketable and more competitive? How would that make you feel?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it will make me feel even more accomplished than what I've done, especially considering the work that I would have to put into with balancing studying as well as family. It's just a goal that I want to check off my list of accomplishments. So,
okay.
Awesome.
Good. Well, here's the thing. The reason why I was asking is because here at LSU Shreveport, we actually have a program that's designed to make our students more knowledgeable, more marketable, and also more competitive because of the rigorous academic work that goes into our program and the fact that we're also AACSB accredited. So that's going to definitely give you those tools to be more marketable and be able to have those extra tools in your belt. Now, as far as feeling accomplished and, being able to move into those next steps. I basically want to assist you as your enrollment specialist here at LSU Shreveport by covering the program information and the admissions requirements, because so far we have the needs as far as what you need to have your needs met for your goals as far as the MBA is concerned. But I know that you've been in school and you've already graduated. What university did you actually attend for your bachelor's?
Southern and Baton Rouge. Southern.
Oh,
Shreveport.
I know
Southern
Southern.
A&M.
Okay. And what was your GPA?
3.9.
You had a 3.9 GPA? You go.
Uh-huh.
That is amazing. So you almost had straight A's. And let me ask you a question, because I went to school in the HBCU culture, so to speak. You're welcome. How did you maintain that 3.9 all 4 years?
Just focus. I came from a background where I didn't have a lot growing up. My mom kind of struggled to provide for me and my two brothers. And I just knew that in order to do better, I had to really go into school and do my best. And I just stayed focused. I know what I wanted out of my degree. And the only way I thought I could do that and compete with others is I stayed focused and worked hard and try to do the best in every subject and don't let things intimidate me.
Well, you did an outstanding job. To have a 3.9 GPA as an accounting major, first of all, I hate math. I was a biology major. So accounting was not my thing. You couldn't hold my attention if you paid me.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So congratulations in that area, seriously. And the fact that you've taken the opportunity to have a 3.9 GPA, you're automatically going to be waived from taking the GMAT with us. So all we're going to need from you, no, you do not have to take the GMAT. The only thing that we're going to need from you will be your transcripts, yes, from any university that you attended. So let's say if you went to more than just Southern University, and even if you didn't graduate, we're still going to need those transcripts so that you can go ahead and complete the application process. And that's all we would need from you. We won't need any resumes or any letters of recommendation. We're just going to simply need your transcripts.
Oh, my God. I just can't. Oh, my God. Right now. I'm
Okay.
cry right now.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Well, as long as they're happy tears, you can cry. You can cry and we can cheer together. But so let me go into detail about the program. We are 100% online MBA program, so that means you're never coming into the campus or into the classroom. So one of the major benefits to you is that you're going to have that time to still work and still be successful, still have time to manage school life and work life, but be able to add to your, to your platform basically and continue to build and be successful. So did you ever have online classes before when you were at Southern?
No, this would be my first.
That'll be the first time. Okay. So when you think of 100% online, never coming into the campus for classroom assignments, homework assignments, tests or quizzes, what type of picture does that bring to mind?
It actually makes me think back to when I was studying for the CPA, because I took a review course that was basically an online review course. So I didn't even think about that until I just said that. But I would actually, I feel more comfortable in the classroom setting simply because you have the teachers there. If you have a question right then and there. But after studying for the CPA exam and doing that through the online review course, I feel that I know that I can do that as well. I just know it takes a little bit more dedication to actually get in the books and kind of trying to understand it for yourself a lot of times, and I think it would be a little bit more challenging, but it's nothing that I don't think that I can't handle, basically.
Okay. Well, the good thing is you're absolutely correct. The way we have it set up is, say, for example, today is Saturday, and you have free time on your hands and you don't have a lot to do. What you would do is you would log into Moodle. So Moodle is our learning management system, which is very similar to Blackboard or Canvas. I don't know if you've ever heard of those, but what it looks like is you would log in using the student ID number and your PIN. A board would appear, and you would have several different tabs across the top. Now, those tabs are going to indicate whether you're going to be going for tutoring, whether you're wanting to use a virtual library, your homework assignments, being able to interact with your classmates via board posts or your professors. So we give you an all-around in classroom environment, even though it's online. So you just sit at the comfort of your own computer, log in, and basically have school appear right before your eyes. It's basically what we've designed it to do. And the reason is because a lot of our students are traveling or they're working full-time. Sitting in class from 6 to 10 is not ideal.
Right, right.
So what you would do is you can take your tests, your quizzes, you'll see your syllabus, you can get in contact with the instructors and still have that classroom participation, so you can bounce ideas off of each other, get each other's best practices, and just be able to all around converse with each other to make sure that you're on the same page or you're understanding something. But the good thing is you have 24-hour access to your lectures. Some of them are pre-recorded. Some of them are audio.
Okay.
Some of the information you have to read. So let's just say you log in Monday, you have a reading assignment, your assignment's due by Sunday. You have all week to log in and out, or you can always go back and revisit your lectures and take notes or look at your notes and see if it's something that I've missed, which is a lot different than what you can do in a classroom setting, because once you sit in the class for the lecture, if those notes are incomplete, you either have to borrow somebody's notes or go back and visit the professor.
Right.
You see what I
Right.
mean? So they have their pros, and
Right.
it has its pros that's going to work out, especially for our working, professionals like yourself. Now, the way the program is designed, you can complete this degree anywhere between 12 months to 24 months, which is basically a year to 2 years. So
Okay.
each class is 7 weeks. You would go to class for 7 weeks, you would get a week break, and then you would start your next set of classes. And here's another good thing. The fact that you're already a business major and you've already taken like accounting and finance and economics and statistics, you do not have to take those classes again. So you're only going to be taking a total of 10 classes in order to complete your
What?
MBA. Yes, good. It just keeps getting better. It's designed directly for you.
Oh my God. And so you only
So,
take one class at a time.
yes, you can take 1 to 2 classes, but of course it's your pace, your speed. You will get to depict what classes that you're going to be taking and how many classes you're going to take, because you can actually go in and select the classes, because the program's asynchronous, so there's not a certain order that you have to take the classes. There's not a certain time that you have to be logged in or a certain amount of time that you have to be logged in. As long as you get your homework assignments completed by the time stamped by the instructor, then you're going to be good to go. So you're
Awesome.
looking at completing a total of 30 credit hours, which is a total of 10 classes. So based off of
Okay.
everything that we've covered, based off of your experience and what you're looking to do as far as feeling competitive and accomplished, does this program all around seem like it's going to be a good fit for you?
Yes, it really does. It absolutely
Okay.
does. I'm
Okay.
super excited right now.
Well, here's the thing. The good thing is for the classes that you're going to be taking, the total cost of your tuition is going to be under $13,000 total for the entire program. And that's because each class is $1,107.03. So we allow you to pay as you go. So have you thought about your payment options?
No, that's something I wanted to discuss as well. How much are each class? 1,000 and how much?
$1,107.03.
Okay.
So financial aid is available for those who qualify. With your undergrad GPA, we don't personally have any scholarships that's available for 100% online students, but you can definitely take it upon yourself to look into those options. Another thing is, have you talked to anybody in your human resource department to let them know that, hey, I'm going for my MBA? Because I do know a lot of students use tuition reimbursement, especially if they're getting their MBA, because that just means you're going to continue to be able to move up the ladder in the company.
Yeah, I don't think that in my company they don't do tuition reimbursement, but they give you like a bonus once you complete the MBA. But
Nice.
yeah.
So you kind of get a return on your investment, but it's going to be after you complete the program. Is that correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
So that's an option too. So yeah, so financial aid is an option. Cash option is also an option for our students, and just continue to look into do your research. And the reason why I was asking is because our next start date is January the 11th. So we're accepting applications right now for that term. So basically, this is what the steps would look like. You would complete the application. have all your transcripts sent in electronically, or you can have them mailed in, but you would need to have your application completed by December the 7th, and you need to have your transcripts submitted by December the 14th in order to go for the January 11th start. So this is what we can do. The application only takes about 10 minutes to complete, if that. It's very straight through, straightforward. So we can go ahead and walk through the application, get that completed so we know that you already met the December deadline, and this will give you the opportunity to go ahead and request your transcripts, because once your transcripts start coming in, we'll have a student ID number to attach to your profile. So like, oh, okay, these are Ashala's transcripts. We're going to put them in her file electronically, and then we can continue with the process that way.
Okay. Is
Okay.
there, would it be possible for me to look into the financial aid first and then come back to start the application, as long as I submit it by the December 7th deadline?
Well, they actually work hand in hand.
Okay.
So you can start both application processes. Here's the thing. Let's say, for instance, you start the application process for finance and for the program. Let's say, because first thing first, you have to see if you're going to get accepted into the program. I mean, you have a 3.9
Right.
GPA. That's nice, but they still have to review your application, okay?
Hopefully you were successful in creating and role-playing a summary and assumptive close based on the details provided in the live call. We hope that this presentation has helped you to continue building sales confidence, increase peak performance sales integration into your calls, and allow you to see continuous improvement in your transfer to application conversions and application to enrollment conversions. Thank you for attending this session. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me or anybody in the training department.